In this video, we are going to go over the 9A section of the final review packet. So in this first part, we are filling in the information for 30, 60, 90 triangles. And so those have a ratio of x, x root 3, and 2 times x. So if I look at A, this is my x side, this is my x root 3 side, this is my 2x side. So that means this side would be 2 root 3, and this side would be 4, if x is 2. In this case, this is my 2x side, meaning that x is 4, so this side is 4, and this side would be 4 root 3. This one's a little bit trickier, so that means 21 is equal to x root 3. So I need to solve for x by dividing by root 3. And then times by root 3. And then simplify. So x is equal to 7 root 3. So this side is going to be 7 root 3. This side is 2 times x, so it's going to be 14 root 3. In this one, we need to find this missing side first. So I'm going to do 7 squared plus b squared equals 25 squared. And I'm going to get that this is 24. So if this is my angle, this is opposite adjacent hypotenuse. So sine would be 24 over 25, and then we have 7 over 25, because this is SOHCAHTOA, and then opposite over hypotenuse, or opposite over adjacent, and then these are all our reciprocal functions, so they're just going to be the reciprocal of each of these. Now this one's different. They're telling me cosine is 2/3, so that would be adjacent over hypotenuse. So I need to solve for this missing side, so I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem again. I'm going to get b equals the square root of 5. So sine is going to be the square root of 5 over 3. Cosine is 2 over 3. Tangent is square root of 5 over 2. Cosecant is the reciprocal, and again, we're going to have to rationalize this. So square root of 5, square root of 5, 3 square root of 5 over 5. 3 over 2, 2 over square root of 5, square root of 5, square root of 5, so 2 square root of 5 over 5. All right, now we're also going to use SOHCAHTOA, but we are going to find some decimals here. So I know this angle, and I know my hypotenuse. So I'm going to find they want me to find RQ first, so that'll be my adjacent side. So I'm using adjacent hypotenuse, that's cosine of 41 equals adjacent over 19. So we're going to times by 19. And so my adjacent side is going to equal 14.3. And then I'm going to find my opposite side, so that was going to be sine times by 19. I could have also done Pythagorean theorem to find my opposite side since I already knew 2 of the sides. Oh, it does say round to the nearest hundredths place, so this would be 3, 3, and this would be 4, 7. And then my angle here, well, if I know this is 41 and I know this is 90, I can do 180 minus 90 minus 41 to get this angle. I could have also done inverse trig, and I could have used one of my angles. So to find this angle, I could have done, let's say call this my opposite over my hypotenuse. So I could have done sine inverse of RQ, which is 14.33 over 19. Either way, we would have got right about 49 degrees. All right, in this situation, we have a ladder leaning against a house. That makes a 57 degree, angle with the ground. If the foot of the ladder is 11 feet away from the base of the house, how long is the ladder? So this is adjacent hypotenuse, so we're going to do cosine. But now my x is in the denominator, so I got to multiply by x. And then divide by cosine. So 11 divided by the cosine of 57 is 20.2 feet. It does say round to the nearest tenth. All right, here we are drawing angles, so I need to think about my quadrantals. And so 260 is me right before 270. My reference angle is always the distance from the x-axis, so it would be 260 minus 180, which would be 80. Positive coterminal, I'm going to add 360, so that's going to give me 620 degrees. Negative coterminal, I'm going to subtract 360 degrees. With radians, my coterminal is 0, pi over, or sorry, my quadrantals are 0, pi over 2 pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi. So 3/4 would be halfway between a half and 1. So my reference angle would be this guy, which is going to be pi over 4. That's 1/4 away from the axis. I'm going to do 3 pi over 4 plus 2 pi, so 3/4 plus 2 would be 3/4 plus 8/4. So that's going to be 11/4. 3/4 minus 8/4 would be negative 5/4. All right, now we're using our unit circle. So if I'm finding the cosine of 45 degrees, that's the x at 45 degrees, so that's root 2 over 2. The x at 270 is 0. Now tangent's a little bit trickier. Tangent is y over x. So at 120, I'm going to do y divided by x, which means I'm doing y times the reciprocal of x, meaning I'm going to get negative root 3. Sine at 330 is the y at 330, so that's going to be negative 1/2. Sine at negative 180, well, positive 180 would go this direction, halfway around the circle, so negative 180 is actually the same. So it's going to be the same as a sine of 180, which is 0, which isn't always true, but in this case, 180 is halfway around. Tangent at 45, so again, I'm going to divide y and x. Well, y and x are the same, so that means tangent of 45 is 1. Sine at 2 pi over 3. So here's 2 pi over 3. Sine would be my y, so that would be root 3 over 2. Cosine at 4 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3, so here's 4 pi over 3, cosine would be x. Tangent at pi over 3, so again, y over x. So y over x means y times the reciprocal of x, which is root 3. Cosine at 5 pi over 6 would be negative root 3 over 2. Tangent at pi, well, that's y over x. So 0 over negative 1 would be 0. And then sine at 7 pi over 4 would be negative root 2 over 2.